Hello, good day viewers. Still on to bearing and distance. Here is our fourth question under true bearing. And without wasting time, let us read the question. You can see the question says, an aeroplane leaves an airport A and flies on a bearing of 35 degrees for 1.5 hours at 600 kilometers per hour to an airport B. Look at it here. It then flies on a bearing of 130 degrees for 1.5 hours at 400 kilometers per hour to an airport C. We are asked to calculate the distance from C to A, correct to the nearest kilometer. And B part says we should calculate the bearing of C from A, correct to the nearest degree. So now let us interpret this question on a normal sketch. Remember, I told you you should always start constructing the first bearing from the question. In this question, we have two bearings. We have 35 and 130. And this is the first one. We are going to construct this one. And where are we going to construct this 35 degrees? Remember that word from will always determine where to construct the angle. But in this question, there's nothing like from. But you can see that an aeroplane leaves an airport A. So this is exactly where it started. And therefore, we're going to construct that angle 35 degrees at point A. So assuming this is the first point A, every point has a north pole. So this is the north pole. We're going to construct angle 35 degrees. So roughly we may have something like this. This is 35, and you have to attach an arrow to determine that angle is constructed from the north of A down to the line leading to the next point, and the next point you can see is B here. So suppose this is our B. It also has north pole. This is 35 degrees. It is in 3 figures. So now let us find the distance from A to B. You can see from the question, it says that this aeroplane covers 1.5 hours. It was moving for 1.5 hours. But for every 1 hour, look at the 600 kilometers per hour. It covers 600 kilometers per hour. So for 1.5 hours, it will cover 900 kilometers, because 600 for 1 hour and half an hour will cover half of this. Half of this is 300. Together with this 600, we have 900. If you are not conversant with this, you can just multiply 1.5, because 1.5 is the same thing as 1.5. If you multiply it with this 600, you shall get 900. Or you can change it to improper fraction, which is the same thing as 3 over 2. Just multiply it with this 600, you shall obtain 900. It's all the same. So here we have 900 kilometers. Then let us continue reading the question. It then flies on a bearing of 130 degrees. So it stopped here and later on keeps on moving. So we are going to construct that angle here. Okay, let me shift this one a little bit to the top. From here to here is 90 degrees. We still have 40 left. So 40 roughly is somewhere here. Let me even extend this one. 40 is somewhere here. So this is 40 degrees here. All together here we have 130, because we have 90 degrees and 40 degrees. And remember, this one is going to correspond to this because they are alternate to one another. So this is 35 degrees. It is not from the question. This is why I didn't include 0 behind. Now let us continue. If this is 130, I believe this is 50 because an angle on the straight line is 180. If from here to here is 30 degrees, what is left here is going to be 50 degrees. All together, this angle becomes 85 degrees. But we are not done yet because we are now moving from B to C, and the distance is 400 kilometers per hour. So for every 1 hour, it covers 400 kilometers, but it travels for 1.5 hours. So half of this is 200 together with this, because for 1 hour is 400, for half an hour is 200. 400 plus 200 is 600. So it travels for 600. Therefore, it is going to be shorter than this one because we are making a rough sketch. So this is 600 kilometers. If this is the point, it also has a North Pole. This is C. Let me take it a little bit back. This is 600 kilometers. And remember, this angle here and this angle here, they are also alternate to one another. If you like, you can include it. This is 50 degrees. Okay, we are done. It says we should calculate the distance from C to A. This is C, this is A, so we are going to connect the 2 points together. Let's call it X. So we want to find this X, which is a distance from A to C, or from C to A. So to find this missing side, we can use cosine rule. Remember cosine rule? If you have a triangle like this, maybe this is A, this is B, and this is C. This side length is called A, this is C, this is B. So first you are looking for this side length A. You call it A squared using cosine rule. Is equal to C squared or B squared plus B squared minus 2 times this other one, which is C, multiplied by also the other side B, then multiplied by cos of that angle, which is opposite to the length you are looking for, and which we have as A. So we can interpret this using this triangle. So to find X, we say X squared will be equal to 900 squared plus 600 squared minus 2 multiplied by 900 multiplied by 600 multiplied by cos of that angle, which is 85 degrees. So I'm not going to break this down. I will use my calculator directly to find the answer. Let me start with this one. 900 squared plus 600 squared minus 2 multiplied by 900 multiplied by 600 multiplied by cos of 85 degrees, because I want to find the total solution there. What I have here is 1,075,871.798. So let me write it. X squared will be equal to 1,075,871.798. But we are looking for X, not X squared. Therefore, if we take the square root of both sides, we'll be able to obtain this x. And remember, x is just the distance of C from A, so we can call it AC or CA is all the same. This is equal to, we then take the square root of this value. So the square root of this is, the answer is going to be to the nearest kilometer, so we are going to round this to the nearest kilometer, which is approximately equal to 1,037 kilometers. So this is just the distance from A to C, which is our first question. Now let us go ahead and find the solution to the second problem. The bearing of C from A is going to be that angle subtended from the knot of A down to the line leading to C, because it says from A. So the angle is going to be constructed from A. So this is A and this is knot of A. Already we have 35 degrees here. Whatever angle we found here, we're going to add it to this 35 degrees to obtain the bearing of C from A. So how can we do that? We can use sine rule. Sine rule. Let's call this one theta. So the B part, sine theta over the opposite length, and this is the opposite length, 600. These are ratios. Must be equal to, we can use one of these, but for this we have the length and also the angle, so we can use this other one. Sine 85 over x, and x is 1037. 1037. So we are going to make sine theta the subject by multiplying both sides with 600. So we have sine theta equal to sine 85 degrees over 1037 multiplied by 600. Now let me use my calculator. We have sine 85 divided by 1037. Whatever we obtain, we multiply it with 600. And we have 0.576. 0.576. Permit me to clean this side, please. So sine theta will be equal to 0.576 approximately. But what we are looking for is that angle theta, not sine theta. So we can take sine inverse of both sides. Taking the sine inverse of this, we'll be left with theta. Theta will be equal to sine inverse of this value, 0.576. And finally, theta is equal to, we take the sine inverse, and we have approximately equal to 35 degrees. This is 35 degrees. Therefore, finally, we're going to find the bearing of C from A by adding theta and 35 degrees. So the B part, we say the bearing of C from A is equal to 35 degrees plus theta, and this is equal to 0.35 plus another 0.35 because they are all variance. We can add 0 here. This is equal to 70 degrees. So therefore the bearing of C from A is 70 degrees. And this is all I have for you today. Thank you for watching. Do have a nice day.